YouTube. All right, here we go. Hi there and welcome to another interview for V-Roll. Today I've got a very special guest with me, a young man from the United States who's been making waves in the online video advertising space. I'm very excited to be sharing with you some of the hacks that he's been learning about YouTube advertising. So keep watching to find out who this man is and what he can share with you about YouTube video advertising. All right, so today with me I've got a very special guest. His name is Jake Larsen. Now Jake has done some pretty amazing work in the online video marketing space. I first found him actually through YouTube ads. I was just surfing on the web on YouTube and I saw this ad of Jake talking about video ads. And at that time, of course, I was very interested in video ads. I was just starting the V-Roll business. And so Jake came up and I thought, oh, I better check out this guy. So I went to his site and I ended up buying his product. Amazing product. And I really enjoyed it. It was one of those products where you go through it and you go, wow, this guy, finally someone has just made it nice and simple. And I think that's one thing that really stood out to me about Jake. He makes things really simple for you to follow. So especially in a place like YouTube advertising can get very complicated. I think Jake has that real gift for making things simple. Let me just quickly share with you his site and what you can sort of learn about that. Let me just show that for you. So his site is Video Power Marketing. You can go and check it out. There's lots of cool stuff there. I really love Jake's blog posts and let me just make sure that I'm actually sharing the screen here with you. Yes. So check it out. There's some really cool stuff there. Some of the blog posts you'll read, you just go, wow, I should be paying for this sort of information. Really nice stuff. A little bit about Jake before we get started. After Google asked Jake, this is just on his about page, to be a YouTube marketing ambassador, Jake quit his job a month before his first child was born to start a video power marketing, a video production and advertising agency that helps people capture attention, drive traffic, and increase sales using YouTube advertising. So Jake works with businesses to transform their YouTube ad campaigns into automated sales machines. So, I mean, how cool is that? I think we live in a very amazing day and age. I'm going to stop blabbing around now and introduce you to Jake. Jake, are you there? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. So you're where are you in the States? You're sort of central somewhere, right? Is that
We're
right?
at Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City, Utah. So it's kind of evening at the moment there, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
kind of just, evening, about 7 o'clock.
Well, it's amazing to have you on the call, Jake, and I think our members will particularly like to hear what you've got to say about YouTube advertising, because I know some of the stuff you've been doing has just been amazing. Some of the results you've been getting is just amazing, and I'm sure our members would love to find out what you've been up to and how you're hacking YouTube. Just as a bit of a quick show and tell, the title for today's talk is to discover how you can turn YouTube views into customers by hacking YouTube advertising. Sounds pretty cool, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some great success in the past, and this strategy works. It's completely repeatable. I've done it in different industries with different clients with different products, and it's pretty consistent. And the beauty is anyone can do it.
All right. Awesome. Well, okay, I'm going to hand it over to you now. I know you've got a bit of a presentation prepared. I'll be watching, of course, and if anything's not clear, I'll be chipping in for sure and asking some questions. But
Definitely.
I really look forward to this presentation, Jake, and let's do it.
Sounds good. I want to start off with a question, and with you. If you had your own Super Bowl commercial, what would you say? I'm going to pause for 10 seconds so you can think about it, because I really want you to picture in your mind, if you had a commercial on the Super Bowl, what would you say? You have 30 seconds. What would you say?
What would I say?
I guess, yeah. I guess picture in your mind. I guess while you're thinking about it, Um, Let me share some stats with you. The last Super Bowl had advertisers spend about $4 million for a 30-second spot. So I guess that's kind of prime real estate for advertisers. What are they paying 4 million for? It's not to be on the Super Bowl. Something that's attractive about the Super Bowl because that's where everyone's attention is for a couple hours out of everyone's time. That's where about 100 million people's the attention of 100 million people are. That's what advertisers are paying for. And what we can learn here is that attention is money. And if you have someone's attention, it's a very powerful resource, and it's a scarce resource because there's so much going on. It's hard to get people's attention. And I guess the message I want to reflect early on is this phrase: where attention goes, ads will show, and money flows. So take, for example, Facebook. Facebook got popular. Boom, ads. YouTube has gotten really popular lately. In the last couple of years, you've seen ads, especially those ones you can skip after 5 seconds. Even before Facebook and YouTube, TV is still popular, but I think it's going away. But people's attentions were there. Ads, radio, ads. It's existed for a very long time, and that's the principle of advertising. So again, I want you to think, what would you say if you had 30 seconds on the Super Bowl? And I want to compare the Super Bowl views with YouTube views, basically. So there was 100 million people that tuned into the Super Bowl last year. Do you know how many active users are on YouTube? There's about 1 billion active users that use YouTube at least once a month in the whole world. A seventh of the world's population. Here's where the crazy part happens. How many views does YouTube get in one day? They say it gets 4 billion views in one day. So to put that in perspective, there are 40 Super Bowls that happen every day on YouTube. So when I say, what would you say on your 30-second spot for the Super Bowl? It's actually pretty realistic that you could reach that many people for pennies on the dollar for what advertisers are paying for. It's and the beauty part is it's guaranteed, and especially with today with how many people there are in the world, it's such a crowded marketplace. There's ads everywhere. The question that constantly comes up is, how do you capture and direct attention in a crowded market? It's one thing to get people's attention, but once you have it, how do you move them to do something? Move them to an action. A lot of YouTube's been a great place for that. And every time I have clients that they call and they say, I want a viral video, I kind of just slap my face, because having a viral video, it's not a strategy. If you can do it, great, but it's just a spike in traffic and then it goes away. And the chances of you actually having a video that goes viral is slim to none. It's like winning the lottery. It's a bad marketing strategy.
And I mean, Jake, even if it does go viral, it can go viral in a very negative way. I just talked to someone yesterday where their business video went viral unexpectedly, and people actually, it went viral because people hated it, and it actually had quite a negative effect on the brand. Yeah, so I can totally vouch for that.
So something that's better that I find more success with is a consistent formula, something that works every time, something where for every dollar you put in, if you have a business or online, for every dollar in ad that you spend, you get back at least $3 or $5 or $10. And that's one thing that I love about YouTube advertising is it's consistent, and if you do it right, you can get an ROI on your ad spend. Here's a horrible freeze frame of one of my ads that I have.
Let me zoom in.
Which may be the one that Gideon saw, I don't know, but I started playing around with YouTube ads, and I started seeing really good success from it. That's how I guess I've grown my business, and that's what I want to share with you today. There's basically a couple points that what we're going to cover in the next little bit. How to get guaranteed exposure with video and YouTube, something that's consistent, that's not based on luck. So gone are the days where you make a video and they sit on your YouTube channel with 36 views. No, I mean, you can get a lot more attention than that. We're going to talk about the hack where you can get almost free targeted traffic to your site. And we're going to talk about actual videos that I've seen that do three things: videos that get attention, videos that drive traffic, and videos that drive sales or conversions. And then the last thing I want to share with you is a case study that I have where I put $1 into ads and got back a $3 return. How to turn $1 into $3. Before
That sounds pretty good.
it's gonna be it's good stuff. Good stuff. Before I go too much into that, I want to share with you how I've come to learn these things. So I grew up with a camera in my hand. I've always loved video production. And when I finished high school, I had a dream to go to LA and pursue that career. I did. Went to LA, got a job working for Fox Entertainment, did some behind the scenes stuff for 24, House, American Idol, and that was a great experience. Loved it. What I did notice that the TV executives were freaking out because during this time, TiVo was coming on, YouTube was getting popular, Hulu, Netflix, and people weren't watching TV, right? People's attention wasn't where it used to be, and these TV executives were freaking out. Anyway, came back here to Utah, finished school, and I got a job with a startup company called Zag. They make invisible shields for the iPhones and mobile accessories. And I was in charge of video production for them, grew their YouTube channel pretty big, and we were able to attribute a lot of sales to video and YouTube. And we did so well that we became a case study, a YouTube case study on how businesses can use YouTube to grow their company, grow their business. And also, we were 1 in 10 companies asked by Google to be YouTube marketing ambassadors. And it was here that I saw the value of YouTube advertising. And in a small sense, I saw the future. I saw that, you know what? Anyone can get their message to anyone in the world. It's not it's anyone's ball game now. It's leveled the playing field. It's no longer like these big companies and these big like TV with big huge budgets. Like anyone can do it. So that opened my eyes to potential. And with that potential, about a month before my first daughter was born, I decided to quit my job and start Video Power Marketing. And that's what I did. Luckily, my wife is super awesome, and I had her support. And so I guess I kind of started from the bottom, from nothing, like nobody knowing anything about me, and then started using these YouTube ads. Connected with Gideon, connected with several other marketers. And in the last year, I've been asked to speak at several conferences, and then was on the cover of Internet Marketing Magazine, and I guess sharing my story. And so I guess this is just all evidence that it works, and it's worked for me, and it can work for anyone who applies these principles. With that being said, let's get into the good stuff. Why video? Video is 53 times more likely to appear on the first page of Google. It's a lot more powerful than text, right? Why video? Video has a 43 times higher click-through rate than text. It's such a powerful medium. If a photo is worth 1,000 words, how much is a video worth? It's worth 1 billion, basically. All right. One of the cool case studies we learned while I was at Zag, we had a product page with video and a product page without video. We learned that when someone watched the video on the landing page with video, not only did they spend more, but they spent more often. So it increased the conversion rate and it increased their average value. I guess lesson learned, video helps people spend more often, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and if you look at business growth, if you want to grow your business, those are really the two key things you look at: getting people to spend higher, to make bigger transactions with you, and make those transactions more often. So that's interesting. I didn't know that stat about video doing that, Jake. That's a good one.
That's just our case study within that own company. And everyone probably has their own stats, but it's definitely worth testing out. Videos are powerful. There's been a huge, one of the biggest doubts I get is, oh, we can't do video, it's too expensive or whatever. But that's just, I mean, it's bullcrap. That may be the case like 10 years ago, but video prices have dropped by like 95% within the last 5 years. Like you can just, I've shot videos and TV commercials with an iPhone. Like, I mean, cameras are unbelievable, crazy, good.
Yeah.
So-
There's no excuse really.
No
anymore.
excuses, right?
Definitely.
So here's this disruption that's going on in this industry, and this disruption only benefits us as entrepreneurs, as marketers, business owners. When I'm talking about YouTube advertising, I'm talking about TrueView. It's called TrueView advertising, and it's all done within the Google AdWords platform. It's kind of like taking a TV commercial and mixing it with pay-per-click advertising. If you do that, you get TrueView advertising. There's a couple different types of TrueView advertising. There's in-display, which shows your videos in the search results, and it shows them in the suggested video area. When you click on these, it goes to the video, and then from there you have to build annotations in to get you to the landing page. My favorite type of in-stream ad is in-stream video, which is those ads that you can skip after 5 seconds. Love them or hate them, they're effective if you do them right. And I would say 99% of the videos out there are not effective. They're a bunch of TV commercials on YouTube. And everyone always wants to skip them, but if you can make them targeted and effective, I mean, it's a great way to drive very cheap traffic and targeted traffic to your site.
I really like you saying that, Jack, because I often watch those ads and I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, these people are paying a ton of money for these ads, and sure, they're getting exposure, but what else? Are they actually getting people to take action and visit their website or anything? And you just sort of think they took that ad from television and put it onto YouTube. So I think watching TV and watching TV ads is probably a good example of how not to create these ads, correct?
I think so. Yeah, it's built around engagement, right? Sometimes I get calls from a potential client, and they're like, I'm like, what will success look like with this campaign? We want this campaign to have 1 million views. Well, why do you want 1 million views? What does that get you? Exposure. And what does exposure get you? Well, they'll buy something from our website. I'm like, bingo. Like, the goal is not views, right? The goal is sales. The goal is customers. Like, the profit and loss statement on your business, you don't see views in there, right? You see sales. You see money.
That's it. Yeah, totally agree with you, man. Awesome.
So it's, again, built on engagement. Let me talk about some of the cool things you can target certain people. And this is also light years above TV, because TV, you can only really target certain TV channels and then areas, right? This is like, it's hyper targeted. You could target by age, you can target by gender, going a step beyond. You can target the interests of the person. So if they've been looking up videos about how to fix your car, and then they come on like a different type of video, because they were searching those types of videos, that would be the interest of the person. So they're obviously interested in fixing cars. You can target based on interest. You can target based on the topics of the page. So if the video is like how to fix your car, or let's see what else. How to make yourself look younger or something. You can put your beauty product ad there. One of the stuff that's worked really well for me is like people look up like how to get views, or how to get YouTube views, or how to video marketing, and you can target the topics of the page, so it's super relevant. Going beyond that, you can target keywords. So with the in-display, you can do keywords that people search for. If it's in-stream, it's the keywords in the title or the description of the videos. Pretty cool, really cool targeting. There's remarketing, which is really effective. It's if someone comes to your site and then they leave, you can have videos basically follow them around. And they say it takes like 6 or 7 touch points before a customer actually becomes, or a prospect becomes a customer. This is just one way to keep your ad showing to the most relevant people. One of my favorite targeting types is placements, and this is where you can target specific channels or specific YouTube videos. Like if you have competitors, like the more competition, the more videos on YouTube in this industry, the better for you as the advertiser because it gives you more options to place your video. It's awesome, and that's one of the reasons why I love V-roll, is because it allows V-roll kind of you search what keyword you want, and V-roll automatically shows up like the best YouTube channels and most relevant videos to place your ad on. So that's what I love. I guess V-roll with this specific targeting group is you can find the most relevant and best places to put your ad.
Yeah, just something interesting. I was just talking to Tom Breeze last night, another really amazing TrueView expert, and he had a chat to one of the YouTube people, and apparently, it sounds like I'm not sure if you even knew this, Jack. Maybe you do because you're way more expert than I am. But when you run ads where you have video or channel placements and you do keywords as well, they actually compete against each other, and that means it can increases your bid maximum bid value as well. So it was interesting. I didn't know that, and it sort of just confirmed again that this placement stuff. You're saying it's your favorite. It's our favorite too. It seems to be the really good way to go about it. So awesome.
Yeah. In fact, I guess I'll be a little honest too. When I first started out, I picked some placements of other video market. I think I tried getting. I don't think you have a lot of your videos monetized though, but I tried like all
maybe
these.
Maybe that's where I saw your video, your first
I
ad.
tried these types of like other bigger, I guess, video marketing giants in the field, and that's where I placed my video. And it's basically a way to kind of borrow or hijack other people's views. The person that wins in here is, I guess, the smaller starting out person, because you can attach your videos to people with bigger followings than you. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the key things. I think when you target channels or videos like that, you already know that person who's watching that video or that channel. They're already super qualified for your type of business,
right?
So it becomes almost like I guess a shortcut when you do these video and channel placements, because they target it.
And that's one of my qualifications is like, how many videos are there in this like niche? To whether the more competition, the better for this strategy, because nobody else is advertising this way, and the few people that aren't doing it very well. And if you can do that and attack, like again, it's
okay. So interesting. You're saying, so if you're looking, when you say competition, you mean actual competition on YouTube for the video ads?
I mean, if you're doing pay-per-click advertising, it's very competitive, right? There's a lot of people trying to do it. And then here, if you come here, it's like a blue ocean. There's nobody else doing it. Like,
gotcha. So
but
basically,
also, if there's a lot of videos on there, like on YouTube, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing if there's a ton of videos on YouTube within your specific niche, because that just gives you more places to put your video on.
Right. So you're not talking about the actual competition of video ads on YouTube. You're just more talking about maybe competition in the AdWords, the text-based AdWords ads. If there's a ton of competition there, the chance is very high that it's not going to be competitive on YouTube. So you can run your ads on YouTube, and especially in places where there's a ton of videos uploaded on YouTube for that particular niche.
Right. I mean, and right now there's not a lot of competition with YouTube ads because very few people are doing it. That's going to change, but for right now it's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how quickly that's going to change either, because YouTube I'm not sure what the results are now, but just about 6 weeks ago they overtook Facebook as the biggest social media site. So
yeah.
Is that was Facebook the biggest site in the world as well?
I mean, next to Google, I would think. I don't know. I think it was.
Yeah. So anyway, YouTube is massive. It really is massive. So ton of traffic to be had there.
So I call this strategy how to hack YouTube advertising. That's kind of how I built my course. And why did I call it that? Because a hacker is someone who knows the technology so well that they can manipulate it to do what they want. And that's where I guess my hacking strategy comes into play. So here is the hack. All right. The hack comes into play with the in-stream ads, the ones you can skip after 5 seconds. Why? Because this type of ad is a cost per view. It's not a cost per click. All right. It's a cost per view, and a view averages between 2 cents and 23 cents depending on how targeted you get. My average cost per view, I think, is like about 5 cents. What is a view? A view is if the viewer watches 30 seconds of the ad or half of the ad, whichever comes first. So for example, you have a 60-second video. If they hit you have until basically 30 seconds before you have to pay, before it becomes a view. If they skip the ad after 29 seconds, you don't have to pay because they didn't hit that 30-second threshold. It's basically free branding up until that point. So then the next question comes, if you've ever clicked a YouTube ad, it pauses the video and it takes you straight to a landing page. All right. And while I was learning this, the first time I was learning this was a couple years ago at the YouTube headquarters when they were teaching us about these YouTube ads. We were one of the first people to start playing around with them and experimenting with them. So the whole time they're teaching us, my head starts spinning. So you may have this question right now. If a view is if you reach 30 seconds, and if you can, if they click the ad, they go to landing page. The next question that came into my mind was, what happens if the viewer clicks the ad before 30 seconds? Do you guys realize what this means? It basically means almost free targeted traffic. I say almost free because you do have to put in like an ad spend within Google AdWords to get it rolling. But when you compare it to like, especially Super Bowl, it's pennies on the dollar for what people are typically paying for. I've even had some of my clients, they've moved their budget from Facebook ads and PPC to YouTube because it's getting a better conversion rate and a lower cost per conversion. It's really affordable and cheap traffic. But it's not just any type of traffic, right? It's targeted traffic. Do you guys notice the type of cars that are in this image right here? They're in a traffic jam. But they're really nice cars. These are cars that I would love to be driving. That's the kind of traffic that you can generate from these targeted YouTube ads. Is you can get really good quality and relevant traffic to your site.
And maybe just worth pointing out as well, Jake, is that with this hack of yours, so if people are clicking before the 30 seconds is up, so you get that click for free. But of course, not everybody's going to click, so you will still pay for some of the views. But I think what's really golden about this strategy is that, like I said, it's almost free, but in effect, what it does, it reduces your actual effective click per cost, right? So when you work it out, so your actual click per cost becomes a lot lower because you get some of the clicks for free, which is pretty cool. For
sure. And you may say like, oh, this is, if once Google finds out about this, they're going to change that up and you can't do that anymore. They're already well aware of this situation. And like I said, I learned this from them. Just my wheels were turning. So I guess they're well aware of this and they're totally fine with it because if it's relevant and it helps, it benefits everyone. It benefits the advertiser, it benefits the viewer, and it benefits like the business and Google. Everyone wins. So it's a perfect kind of situation.
Yeah, and it does make sense because I mean it's a great way to make these ads more attractive and make them work for advertisers. And you're still going to pay for views. So YouTube still gets their kind of flesh. So it's not like they don't get any money from it. So it's definitely in their favor. So and the more people use as ads, the more they get paid as a result as well.
For sure, it benefits everyone. Everyone wins.
Cool.
So now the question becomes, how do you make videos what type of videos move people, right? Or what kind of videos get their attention and get them off of YouTube and onto your website? And that's it's a simple formula that I've had. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you grab their attention in 5 seconds. You have 5 seconds to get their attention. And I always laugh when I see these videos that come on, and it's like a 10-second logo bumper of a company's logo. I'm just hitting skip as fast as I can, especially if I see that cut the bull crap, cut the stupid logo intro like for 10 seconds, and just cut straight to the good stuff. Um, that's what you should do in the first 5 seconds. In fact, I guess revealing some of my strategies, one of the best converting videos that I have is I say, hey, if you're not a marketer or a business owner, skip this ad because I don't want to talk to you. And then I go on, but I tell them if you're not this person, skip it because I don't want to waste my ad spend on you, right?
All right, so you're actually right up front qualifying the viewer. So just in case
Yep.
they're not qualified, you're saying, hey, if you're not qualified, go ahead and skip it because by them skipping it, that means you don't pay for that view, which means
Right.
you don't pay for that particular display of that ad, which is cool, awesome.
And sometimes when I talk to people, I tell them what I do, and like, oh, those YouTube ads, I always skip those. I'm like, and they're like, I'm sorry, I skipped those ads. I'm sorry, I don't like them. Like, that's fine. Like, it's not for everyone. Like your product, your business is not for everyone. If they skip it, it's not a bad thing. Click it or skip it. That's the goal, right?
You've just
Really?
given me a nice idea for some of the templates for V-roll, Jake. We might change some of them up so that it asks people to, the viewer to maybe click on the skip button if they're not interested
Right.
in the topic. Great. So we'll see. Nice idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. The next thing I like to do in these videos is to let me go back. Is to show value, right? Don't if you have a product, if you're trying to con people or trick people, don't. This strategy will not work for you. You have to have something of value to give to people, and if you do, tell them about it. Like I'm going to show you how to save this much money or something that's legit. Show them your value, what you bring to people. I like for people to answer two questions really. Why should they watch this? Why should they click? Like what's and then the second question is what's in it for me? WIIFM. What's in it for me? Tell people what's in it for them. If they click, like what will happen? Or again, show the value. And the last thing, which should be pretty obvious, but nobody really does it, is a call to action. Tell people what you want them to do. And I guess my strategy is build the video around the click. We know we want people to get off of YouTube and on your landing page. So build the whole video around that click. If it doesn't have a call to action, if you just want like a cool lifestyle video to show cool stuff or whatever, that's great. People will watch it. Oh, that's cool, and they'll move on. But what do you want people to do? Give them something to do. And I like to put like a big button in the middle because buttons kind of tell them brain, hey, I should click it.
So this happens this happens before 30 seconds already, right? So you've got to grab their attention first 5 seconds, build some value, and have this call to action to click on the button already before 30 seconds happens. Is there an ideal
if you
spot
have
for
a
that to
if you have a
happen?
60-second video, and I like to say have a 60-second video because if you have a 30-second video, you only have till 15 seconds before you have to pay. So 60 seconds at least gives you the most amount of time to get them a click. And then I like to have the button pop up, around 20-25 seconds.
Right. So you want to have that call to action to click already before the 30 seconds is up, right? Because otherwise, if they keep on watching and they haven't clicked yet, then you end up paying for that view, and we want to try and get the click before the view. Is that correct?
Right. But here's, I guess, worst case scenario in this, they like if you see this image right here, it's been 33 seconds. But you're only paying like 5-7 cents for that click. I mean, so worst case scenario, they watch the whole video and click. I guess big deal. You know what I mean?
Right. So I see what you're saying. So basically, if they've watched that far, they're probably going to be very likely to click in any case. So
Hopefully, if there's a good call to action.
Yeah. So it's not like a wasted view. You'll if they've watched that far, the chances of them clicking is going to be pretty high in any case. So okay, so it makes sense.
Totally. So I guess in review, the video formula is grab attention in 5 seconds, identify the viewer or the value that you provide, and then give them a call to action. Get them to click before 30 seconds. And this is the kind of formula that we've build for myself and then for our clients as well. Moving on is my case study, how I turned $1 into $3. So I started off originally with $200, but I saw that it was working, so I upped it up to $900. So I had a $900 in ad spend. What did that $900 get me? It got me 21,456 views. Those were TrueView in-stream ads. So if you want views, I guess that's where this story stops. We got 21,000 views for $900. Cool, huh? Oh, there's something more. Should we get something that's more than views? All right, let's go on. Out of those 21,456 views, how many clicks to my site did I get? I got 3,856 clicks. Those were to a landing page. This landing page told them to get I give away a free video marketing course in exchange for their name and email. So out of those many clicks, or I guess visits to the site, how many people actually signed up for, I guess, a free product or a free course? I had 1,456 conversions, and the conversions in this case is a name and an email, and it
Very
gave him my
nice.
free course. And I did this really before I even had a product ready to sell. I had this free course, and then when it came time for me that I had a product, I emailed this list I had, or my list of 1,400 people basically, and how many people purchased. Basically, I sold 35 courses at about like a $97 to $147 course, made about $2,895. So again, started with 900, made 2,895. It's basically, for every dollar I spent on ads, I made back $3. And that's I guess that's my case study. And so now I've kind of built in some autoresponders and stuff, and I kind of have a constant flow of stuff. So it's something consistent that I can count on, and it's evergreen. It's kind of always flowing. So that's that. I kind of want to close with, again, showing you how big this opportunity is. For years, we've had TV channels that have been swimming in these waters of advertising. Little do they know that beneath them is swimming other competitors, especially YouTube, that's geared to take them out. This disruption, it's a huge problem for TV right now. But their problem is our opportunity as marketers, entrepreneurs, business owners. We can it levels the playing field. Like, we can get our message in front of just as many people as they can, if not more. They're slow movers. That's not always going to be the case. I say right now, YouTube ads, it's the Wild West. It's anyone's game. It's this new online real estate that the first people there will do really well, really well. I say that YouTube ads is right now where Google AdWords was, 12, 15 years ago. It's at the very beginning. It's not going anywhere. It's a great, I guess, investment. You can get this land that's kind of barren, that's not populated, and within a couple years, it's going to become populated, and it's just going to grow in value. So here's something to think about while we end this. Something to think about. What happens when Google outbids ESPN and HBO for content? It's not that crazy of a thought. What if the only way you could watch the Super Bowl was on YouTube? It's probably not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen next year. But 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, it could easily happen. And then when that happens, those ads you can skip after 5 seconds, that's going to be the go-to type of advertising that people are going to be paying, big bucks for, which we have that opportunity right now. That's a super low cost. Something else. It's not realistic too, because if you think about the market value of Google compared to all the TV stations, I mean, it crushes them. It's not like they can't afford it. I think it's just more of a, can you imagine if they had those rights to the Super Bowl or any other sports? Like, it would crush all all these other companies. It would crush it. And then I feel like it's going that way. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. How long until the billions of TV advertising dollars move to YouTube? It's already slowly happening. People, I think, are seeing the value. Nobody's really caught on, but those few people that do, I think, realize it. In 2012, I think it was $64 billion were spent on TV ads and only $4 billion on YouTube ads. That's drastically going to change, though, coming out. So I guess if you're watching this and you're thinking where you are now, ask you, where do you want to be? Wherever you want to be requires attention. It requires that you get people to actually do something, whether that's customers or leads or sales or clients or patients. You need you need people to do things. And to get them to do things, you need attention. And the best bridge to get you to where you want to be right now, I feel like, is YouTube advertising. It has a higher conversion rate, a higher value, and it's easier than ever to do it with this type of platform. So my invitation to you all is to grow a pair. See what I did there? Grow a pair and try it out. Try out YouTube advertising for yourself.
That's good.
I love the V-roll because it makes it super easy. I felt good when Gideon said that my course was very simple, because that's something I was striving for, and that's actually the same thing that I was impressed with V-roll, was how simple it is and how it makes setting up something like YouTube advertising simple, that anyone can do it. I guess, is it okay if I share my offer, Gideon?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's why I mentioned this at the start. I've gone through your course, and that's, especially if you're new to this whole thing, I think that's what really struck me about your training, was that it really just takes you by the hand and just simplifies it. I mean, there's like a million things you could know about YouTube advertising, but when you go through Jake's course, what I found was just like all the 80% of the rubbish is removed, and Jake just focused on the 20% to get you the result. And it's not like well, from what I saw anyway, I'm not sure if you've updated, but when I went through the course, the videos were so nice and tight. They weren't like these long-winded things. You were to the point, boom, 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 very quickly. After going through the course, you can get results. So I really loved it. So please do tell us a bit more about it, Jake.
All right. Well, people's time is money, right? People's time is valuable. Their attention is valuable, and that's why I built the course. Like, the videos are super short, to the point, and specific, so it's not going to take you weeks and stuff to go through. But again, I have this course, How to Hack YouTube Advertising. It takes you from beginning to end, how to identify who is your audience, who are your targets. What are some goals that you want to be at, and I guess really how to craft your video message to reach the right people. Talk really how to set up your AdWords account, TrueView account, how to pick up targeting groups and create videos that move people. And then always when you create a campaign, there's going to have holes in it. There's going to be certain targets that just drain and waste your ad spend. And the final part of this section talks about how to optimize your campaign for an ROI. And so you can start to really put in $1 and make $3 from the sale. You can track everything, and it's super simple. So if you go to videopower.org/hack hangout, you can put in, you just go to the product page, and at the end of the checkout, you can put in a promo code. If you use V-roll, you'll get 50% off this course. So
that's pretty nice. 50% off.
I'm confident in this, and if it's not something, I feel like my philosophy is, if I can't deliver value and it doesn't work for you, then I don't deserve your money. So if for some reason it doesn't work, you're not a fan, again, it's a money back. I don't feel good taking people's money if I can't deliver value. So that's, I guess, the promise, and I guess my personal philosophy on everything.
Awesome, Jack. Yeah, and we'll also have the link for that course, for that particular link, below this video or somewhere on this page where you're watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, it'll be in the description area. And remember to use that coupon code for checking out for getting that 50% discount. Pretty awesome, very generous offer. Thank you, Jake. And I particularly like the stuff you talked about, the just creating the video. Inside VRoll, of course, we have templates that people can use for creating videos. But I often talk about how the templates are really designed to help you get started if you're not a video guy or a video girl, and just get started and testing some things out. But what I liked about what Jake was talking about, creating your own videos, you can make them very engaging and probably increase that conversion rate even more. And I know going through Jake's course, it goes into a lot more detail there as well for how to put those videos together, or the psychology of them. A few more examples, which I thought was very, very useful. And at the end of the day, there's two things that really help you get success from this. The first one is with the targeting. First of all, knowing how to target the right people. That's and Jake talks about that. The second thing is, within that, it's not the second thing, but part of the targeting is also being able to do that easily. And that's why we've got VRoll to find those targets for you. But then the second thing is your actual video ad, the video. That is just so important. And so we've got the templates, yes, but you can get even better results if you're keen for it to start creating your own videos. So I think Jake's done a fantastic job of helping you with that. The thing that stood out to me, which Jake didn't even mention in the course, is at the end, he talks about the optimization stage of your ads. And I hope you still have that in your updated course, Jake, because that's something that I just found incredibly useful. Like, okay, find your targets, create your video, set up your ad. Now you run it. Now what? Do you just leave it? Will it be? How do you know it's going to be successful? And Jake had this really cool image of a boat with some sails, and I'm not going to tell you the details. You can check it out inside the course for yourself. But I think it was one of those signature things that Jake did. They just sort of made it simple, just so simple, because I didn't get how to optimize. It's like, once again, a million different things. When I saw that, it's going, finally someone who showed me a simple way to also optimize my ads. Because then when you optimize your ads, that's when you really start driving down those costs, increasing your conversion rates, and increasing your return on investment, which is what it's all about.
Right, and I guess also with that case study that I shared, where we spent $1 made $3, it took me probably a month before I was hitting that cost per. Like when the first week I launched that campaign, it was a $20 cost per conversion. So I mean, it's always the first couple of weeks you launch a campaign, you're going to get horrible results. And so the trick is to find those holes and those targets that aren't performing, and tighten them up, block them, to put that money towards something that's working. So and it takes time. And again, with every section I have PDF checklists. And I don't know if you've used those, Gideon, but the checklist is what I have. Like me and my team, we always use when we launch a campaign. Like, what do you do after 24 hours, after a week, after 2 weeks, after a month? And it's just a simple checklist of what to do, because I'm a big fan of simplifying things and making them as easy as possible. And that's why, along with these videos, I have these simple PDF checklists as well.
Yeah. So basically, you take Jake's course plus VRoll. They marry each other
perfectly,
and you get results.
It happens.
And actually something that Jake, you don't even know about yet, but we're building, we're just busy building a campaign builder inside VRoll as well, which simplifies it even more for you. So basically click a few buttons, upload a file to AdWords, and you're done. So that's coming up as well. But please have a look at Jake's course. There'll be a link below this video. Jake, just want to say that web address again for where people can get access if they can't see the link.
It's videopower.org/hack hangout. I'll share my screen real quick so you can see it. Let's see. Share. Yeah, videopower.org/hack hangout. It goes. You go to a landing page and you hit the checkout, and then after the checkout, you can put the promo code VRoll and get 50% off. I don't like to do 50% off deals very often, but I feel like this course, and when Gideon first shared with me his VRoll software, like, I was impressed, because I was looking for something like this, but because it's so new, when he shared this with me, this is exactly what I was looking for, especially for the hyper targeting abilities and finding the most relevant people. And I was impressed with how simple he made setting up a TrueView campaign. So it's a great program.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Jake. That was just a wonderful presentation on YouTube, and that hack that you explained to us, creating the video, and this very, very generous offer. Thank you so much for joining us. Really enjoyed it, and wish you all the best for your ventures with video ads. And I'll be seeing you in Los Angeles pretty soon as well.
That's right. We will.
All right, so if you've enjoyed this, there's more coming, just like this interview. Thank you so much for watching. There's a ton more value coming up inside the VRoll members area as well. If you're watching this on a place other than inside the VRoll member area, make sure you become a VRoll member, because we also have other expert interviews there that you can watch. Of course, we have the VRoll platform. We have other trainings in there as well. It's basically just a fun place to hang out, a go-to place for helping you get results with your video ads. So I'm going to close it off here now. Thank you so much for watching again, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Bye-bye.